Hey guys, recently the new movie A Quiet Place Day 1 came out. It is an apocalyptic film. This movie is the third movie in the A Quiet Place franchise. In fact, the story of the initial attack on New York is shown, so in today's video we will know and discuss the story of this movie. And you must watch this movie. So now let's start the story. The story of this film revolves around a girl named Sammy, who we will refer to as Sam in the video. Sam is a cancer patient who lives in a hospital in New York City. Sam has a cat named Frodo. We find out later that Sam hasn't been to the city for quite some time. In this situation, Ruben, who works at the hospital, tells Sam that she should go to the city with him the next day. Sam agrees on the condition that she gets to eat pizza in the city. Ruben agrees. The next scene shifts to the following day when many people from the hospital, under Ruben's supervision, head to Manhattan in a group on a bus, with Sam included. There, they watch a puppet show in a theater. Afterward, Ruben tells Sam that things are not quite right in the city and everyone needs to return immediately. Upon hearing this, Sam insists on eating pizza in the city, but in the end, she angrily gets back on the bus. Shortly after, some meteors are seen falling from the sky, clearly indicating that aliens are coming to Earth. For those who do not remember, let me remind you, these are the same aliens who, upon hearing the slightest sound, chase it and destroy everything. This means if any human speaks, these aliens will kill them. Now, with the arrival of meteors, the city buildings started to crumble and fall, causing dust everywhere. During this chaos, the aliens also began attacking humans, and amidst this, a blast rendered Sam unconscious. When Sam regained consciousness, she found herself in the same puppet theater with a few other survivors. Here, a man named Henry covered Sam's mouth to prevent her from making any sound. His gestures made it clear that no one should make any noise because the aliens attack only when they hear sounds. Surrounding them were aliens, making the atmosphere extremely tense. She also meets Ruben there. Sam's cat then ran outside, and Sam chased after it to save it, a risky move for all the survivors. But fortunately, nothing happened, and both of them survived. At that moment, an announcement was being made from a military helicopter that all civilians must remain completely silent and evacuation arrangements were being made for them. It was announced that the aliens cannot swim in water, so the military blew up the bridge connecting to the city to prevent the aliens from entering. Now, both the aliens and people are trapped in this soft city. In the next scenes, we see Sam and Ruben communicating with each other using paper. But in the next moment, the power outage activates the generator, and as Ruben tries to turn it off, he gets killed by the alien. Sam is so distressed by Ruben's death that she takes her cat Frodo and leaves the place, venturing out into the city. Sam sees some children hiding inside a fountain. In reality, these aliens ignore the sounds of water or anything associated with it, and those sounds can act as a kind of mask for one's own sounds. If the sound of water is louder, making a quieter sound can help one evade them. At this point, an announcement is made via military helicopters that boats are being prepared for the survivors towards the south of the city. Upon hearing this, all the survivors start moving slowly towards the boats together, but with so many people gathered, it is impossible for there to be no noise. As a result, the aliens attack all these people, causing a stampede. Sam barely escapes from there by hiding under a car, but she gets separated from her cat, Frodo, who then meets a person named Eric. Later, Eric and the cat meet Sam. Sam explained to Eric that he should go south, where there are boats for evacuation, but Eric was following Sam and Sam wasn't heading south. Instead, she was going to her apartment to find her medicines. Sam kept refusing Eric's offer to accompany her, but Eric insisted on staying with her. He was not deterred. He asked Sam why she wasn't going to the evacuation point. Sam replied that she wanted to eat pizza in the city, and although this seems somewhat foolish to us at this moment, there is a reason behind it. Well, we also found out that Eric is a law student. They were both so disheartened by the scene of survival that whenever lightning struck and its sound echoed, they would scream. Together, they would shout loudly to alleviate their despair, as I mentioned earlier. Their voices could be concealed by the sound of water, and the sound of thunder was very loud. They were both heading towards the Harlem area. Eric and Sam traveled together, due to the noise. The aliens followed them and they saved their lives by entering the water from the underground metro area. They exit the water into a church. Because of this, Sam was in a lot of pain and needed her pain medication. In such a state, Eric took a big risk and took Frodo with him to get Sam's pain medication. Eric barely survives and brings the medicine for Sam. After this incident, we saw that Sam and Eric living together started taking care of each other and became very close. At this point, Sam revealed why eating pizza in the city was essential for her. In fact, Sam's father, who is no longer in this world, used to take Sam to the club with him during her childhood, where he played the piano and then the father and daughter eagerly ate pizza together. This memory was very dear and important to Sam, and we can say that Sam wanted to relive those moments one last time, because Sam is fighting terminal cancer, which means she doesn't have much time left. When Eric learns of this, he takes Sam to a pizza shop the next morning, which was in ruins. Then they go to Sam's father's club where he used to play the piano. Eric somehow gets pizza for Sam. Sam eats the pizza and the whole scene is very emotional. Essentially, Eric is fulfilling Sam's last wish here. He also shows her a magic trick with cards. They drink, and by this time they had grown very close to each other. Then Sam takes off her woolen coat and gives it to Eric, which was very dear to her heart. This is the moment when they finally see the boats, and the idea of escaping from there comes to their minds. They start moving towards the boats, but due to the noise of the boats and the people on them, the aliens also start running towards the boats. Now, although the aliens don't go into the water, somewhere Sam and Eric were caught in the chaos, surrounded by many aliens. Sam gives her cat to Eric and tells him to go. She creates a distraction to draw the aliens' attention away from the boat so Eric can reach it. Eric runs, creating noise that causes the aliens to chase after him. He jumps into the water to save himself. Sam watches him and breathes a sigh of relief. After arriving on the boat, Eric finds a letter in Kurt's pocket. It was written, "Take care of my cat." And she also thanks Eric for being with her in her final moments. In the next scene, we see Sam in the same city listening to music alone. She turns up the volume, and then the alien appears. The movie ends here. Sam managed to live her last moments successfully, and she did not want to leave the island. She was ready to accept her fate, although she had spent her final moments well. By looking at Sam's smile and the excitement of the film, we can tell that she was not complaining or regretting. In fact, she was willing to embrace death with great love. Clubbing, eating pizza, and living life to the fullest, all at a time when people were busy trying to survive. He definitely had a great experience with Eric's company. Tell us your thoughts on this movie in the comments below. I will see you in the next video with a new story. Until then, goodbye.